Hello. We are going right back to working on our house. So I did start streaming, and then again I did that thing where I kind of forgot that I am doing this on YouTube, and therefore there's going to be a replay that's uploaded. And so I was just chilling because I know that there's nobody in here. I was just hanging out and not really talking or anything, and then I was like, oh yeah, there might be like 2 people who come and click on this that are just gonna be sitting there watching me not say anything because I know nobody's in the chat yet. And so I'm redoing this one. I'm gonna delete that other one. Yeah, I didn't really do anything yet. Like I said, I was just sitting there. I was doing other stuff, just kind of piddle farting around, but now I've got, I got it going. I am now checking to make sure, because I had to load a new window. Alright, so now I've got the YouTube chat going, just in case somebody stops by. So let's go back to working on our window. Actually, no, you know what I was thinking is I don't like how empty it is back here. So I purposely put my house on this far area because it's a vampire mansion, so it would make sense that, one, they would like to be behind the cemetery, so I liked that, but also that they would kind of want to be out of the way. And, you know, it would be, oh, we're going to the vampire mansion, we have to go, you know, to the edge of town and go behind the cemetery, and that's where the vampire mansion is, right? Like, it fit the vibe. So I do really like the plot. I considered having that plot back there, but I really liked being directly behind the cemetery. However, what I don't like is how empty it is. If you look at a lot of the other plots, they're surrounded by trees. So, before I started this, I decided I was going to try to put some trees. I don't want them to be like too nice. I want dark trees. Do we have any trees that don't look really pretty? Because this one looks kind of pretty. It's a big apple tree, I guess. I don't see apples in it though, which is good. I don't really want there to be apples in it. I just want it to loom over my house and make it not quite so empty back here. I don't know if I want it to cut into the house, especially because it's not very spooky. It's not a very spooky tree. I just want something back there. Okay, I hate how that looks. I hate how it looks. What? Maybe I just move it back to the far edge of the property so that it's just, there's something there. Do I have, what does this tree look like? Oh, that's far more of the vibe. Where the heck did I get that from? Duskwood sycamore shrub. I don't know where I got it from, but it's definitely more along the lines of what we're looking for. If anybody knows where I can get spooky trees, let me know. Because there might be some, I just might not know where they're at. Actually, let's make this one like a front yard tree, since it is kind of spooky. I could always go and look on Housing DB, or I could look here. Let's see if Homebound has tree. Cataclysm. That's not what we want. Okay, so that's where, oh no, that was a shrub. He doesn't have the spooky tree. Maybe... Oh no, she's just the alliance version of that guy. Razorwind gob tree. I didn't even see that in my inventory. We'll have to look. Why does she look like she has more stuff than the other guy did? Is this a sycamore shrub? Because this looks exactly like what we have here. But I could go for more of those. I want bigger ones though, but that's fine. How is that under tree? Oak. Alright, yeah. I don't think we've got any other tree options. I don't think I'm gonna leave that green tree back there. It just doesn't fit. It's too green. It's too pretty. Which sucks because it's big. It's, you know, the size I want. Alright. Charming laurel tree. I mean, that's at least the color scheme. The other one was so green. Yeah, I guess the shrub is what we're calling this, even though it doesn't really look like a shrub to me. It's a big shrub. Alright, so we have 2 of those. Oh no, I hate when I get out of this. Alright, here's our razorwind gob tree. Why it's sinking into the ground, I don't know. Oh, it's not sinking into the ground. That's just how small it is. That's freaking weird. Well... I think we'll skip that one for now. That would be nice to have growing out of something. Like if you were creating a... you know, some kind of structure where you wanted a tree growing out of the top of it, having that would look perfect. Oh, an autumn apple tree? Nope, still way too green. I think those are our only tree options. Okay. Well, at least it's a little bit more filled. It's not so sparse. A little bit. Back to working on our mirror here. Or a window here. I mean, it is a mirror. That is at its biggest, okay. And this over just a touch. I think I'm gonna delete the animal bottle for now because it's not doing what I want it to do. I'm thinking of if I want some kind of a hook thing over this, but I don't think I do. What do you call that? Not the eaves. this thing right here, like this roof, this part of the roof. I know there's a name for it, but I cannot remember what it's called. I was just trying to think of like what to put up here. These are all too far back. There we go. I think this is a little too far down. I'd rather put stuff at the bottom to hide it being up, you know, like off the ground slightly, than to have it not be all the way up to the roof here. And then I'll pull this forward because I want it to stick out. And then pull this platform forward. And I do not want it to stick out. Can I move it in a way that's going to look really natural? Kind of. It kind of looks natural there. At least on the left it looks really natural. Maybe on the right not so much. A little more natural there. Okay. Now what can we do about this glow? I'm going to need to buy a lot of these red Razorwind paintbrushes. And maybe some of these gifted Gilneases. Because this has got to be the black and red vibe. That's what we're going for. Alright, let's try this again. Especially with our mirror even further back. Now that we moved that forward. I mean, that looks a little cooler. How does that look? Kinda neat, right? What's this look like? I don't want that to be. I don't want all my tabs to be visible. They're all housing DB tabs, but alright, there we go. So we're kind of doing that window to the right, I guess, a little bit. I mean, we're not trying real hard to do it exactly like that, but you know, kind of a similar vibe. I mean, we're not literally trying to copy this. We're taking inspiration. Right now, I am. All right, let's kind of copy that structure on the right. Let's see about that. Let me take this off the screen. So that's gonna be another platform. Gosh, I hate when I do that. I hate when I escape out of that and then I have to get back into it. Let's do another platform right here. pulled it too far forward, but that's fine. Why did I put everything just right here in the front yard? Right in my way. Oh, there's another one back there. I didn't realize I already had one pulled out. And then this one, we're going to put one of the carts over. What's the back of our cart look like? Okay, it opens up like that. I really want to keep that little window. How am I going to do that with these wheels? I don't think I can keep the window on this side, actually. Sadly, I think I'm gonna have to hide it here because I can't pull it out that far. I can't justify, like, what would we have down here underneath it? Maybe, I don't know. I would have to put it up high enough to be able to hide the wheels. Unless I made some kind of a wall here. But what kind of wall would I make there? Like, what would that be? If you're looking at a vampire mansion, what would be justifiable? I mean, that's still sticking out pretty far, even if we do try and build something underneath it. That's still not going to quite look right. That looks more fitting. We'll have other areas where we can put a cart and have the little window showing. I wonder, should I make this higher? Like, all the way up here. And then pull a couple of those out. $90. Okay. So we pull this back, line it up. And have this be like a, not like a bay window, but some kind of something. In fairness, usually they go out like that. They don't go in. Like, usually if you're going to have that, it's going to go out. Then that would come out further. Maybe go over more. And then I'll need something. this something? Alright, I need a standing platform. We'll use a white one so that it's easy to see. And I don't get it mixed up with any of my other platforms. Oh, put it too high. All right. That might be too big. But it's the vibe that I want here. I'll need to fill this in with something. And what is this gonna be? What are we filling in here? Or what are we hiding this with? Or maybe we aren't hiding it, maybe we're hanging things from it. Do I have any hanging? Oh. But not what I was trying to move. Then we'll move our other one. Trying to line those up. How big do I want the house to be? Probably get away with actually making it this big. Alright, do I have any hanging lanterns? Probably not, because they don't give you lights. That kind of looks like a lantern. They really need to give us lights outside. I know they were worried about like server space or whatever they were worried about, but I think they found, I think by now we've kind of shown that it's not going to be nearly as big of a deal as they thought it was going to be. And I want them to be more lenient on the stuff that we can have now. I feel like a lot of this, they were really worried about things crashing and not working and all of that. And that, I mean, it's good to take precaution, But now I feel like we've shown, I mean, I feel like they've seen that the systems can handle it. And so now I want them to come and give us all those things that they did not want to give us before. All right, I'm not seeing anything other than that fireplace or whatever it was that I grabbed that could serve as hanging lights. So where's my other sand lane doohickey? I'm not seeing it. There's my anima ones. Right, would this work? To look like a little hanging hanging light off of here. Don't mind the fact that this is a stove, guys. No one will notice. Everybody's gonna be like, wow. Look at that really cool lantern that's definitely a lantern. And not a stove. Okay, here it is. Here was actually the main thing that I got this one for. I didn't get it to power the windows. I got these because I wanted them to light up in here. So that it was red and not like red and spooky. Whoops. They don't glow nearly as much as I'd like, but the yellow kind of really offsets that in a way that I don't love. Those windows are so yellow. I mean, the other option here is to do this and maybe try and build a window right there. Like, try and build a bigger window. Sorry, there is literally a window right there. But try and build a more prominent one. So we still get that look. Although that one has candles in it. I like the candles. No twist. Like you did last summer. Come on now, baby. Let's do the twist. Come on, baby. Let's do the twist. Come on, my pretty darling. Something like this. The song was before my time, but I like the lantern here. I don't think I can really hide this, though, nearly as well as I can hide the other side. So I think we should probably keep it the other way. Not that way. Which is kind of a shame because if we kept it this way, then this long part would be on the side wall and not this opening part. I don't know. I feel like I'm not really getting what I'm going for. And I'm not sure what I need to do to fix that. Okay, let me... You know what? I'll just... hide that. Okay. I just don't really want you guys to see my toolbar. Not that it really has anything like crazy on it or anything. I just, you know, it has my personal stuff on it. Alright. So let me go to this window and let's look at some of the other houses. Oh, that's really neat. That looks just like my house. Oh, but I did it on the outside. My house is on here somewhere. My builds. Yeah. I want to put like pillars down here, but I ran out of outside points, storage space, or you know, I ran out of it, so it just kind of has this weird cliff thing. But eventually, it's gonna have a lot more plants, and it's gonna have some pillars down there. Yeah, that's my horde house, which I managed to put together a lot better than than I'm putting together the front of this alliance house, that's for sure. And then you walk in through the cave, and this is the interior. And it looks like that's all that's in there. So you walk in and you're like, oh, okay, cool. It looks pretty. That's nice. And then you leave. But really, this is the secret entrance that you go to the rest of the house, which I have a secret entrance there because the rest of the house is not finished. And I don't want people walking around in there. Okay, so they're lighting that one with fell. That one is the wall separator. And they just stacked these like... Oh, this one... can you guys see my mouse? I don't know if you can see my mouse. So if I'm here, okay, you can see my mouse if I'm clicked into the browser. Okay. So this is the wall separator. I think this is the back, and then they just had the back lead down to the ground, which makes sense. So they didn't have to justify why there was all of this stuff out in front. And then they have the open door, and they hid the open door with the wall platform, the wall separator. And then this side, they just stacked two facing the same direction, with one going into the house. I mean, that's a smart way to do that. Alright, let's see some of the other ones I saved. Not that one. Oh wait, actually, I think that one came from, if we go back, I think there was a page here. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Alright, so what did this one do? So here's the two on the sides. Like, on their sides. And this one is one facing forward. And then that's the tent. They gave themselves a little garage. Yeah, they just kind of like pushed theirs into each other. I think the last one was a little bit more intentional. This one, they just kind of shoved them all together. This looks very cool. I really like how they use the wall separator there. I think I'm going to copy that for this this open side that we're going to have here if we don't do something with another one of the carts. And they kind of just stacked them too. I want to see the side of the house. Okay, is this the side? I think this is the side. Everybody's just kind of stacking them together and going with it. I saw one that was so cool, and I don't know where I saw it. I think I saw it on YouTube, which is unfortunate because I don't know how to find it again. You know, actually, I might be able to find it again. Hold on, because I'm not letting you guys watch my YouTube search history. So let me see. I think I subscribed to her, so I think it might have been her house. We're from YouTube. Where did I subscribe to her? I think I subscribed to her. Subscriptions. Oh, okay. I must not have any. I don't have any subscriptions. I was so confused looking at what I thought were my subscriptions, but it's just them recommending famous people to me. That makes so much more sense than me having subscribed to all these people. Alright, so I didn't watch her on that channel. That's unfortunate because that is the one it would be easier to find her on. I have a purpose here, I promise. I'm not just sitting here making you guys stare at nothing for no reason. But I'm pretty sure that it was this girl whose video I found because it was just recommended to me, probably because I had been searching, you know, different like housing ideas and whatever, and so it had just been recommended to me, and I found it, and she was live, and so I was like, cool, I'll just watch her do her live build, and that was fun, and she did a good job, and I could have sworn I subscribed to her, and I think when I saw the cool witch house, and now that I'm trying to remember, I think it was because she had shown her alliance house. So she was working on her horde house, or vice versa. I think she was working on her horde house, and she showed her alliance house, and it was like a spooky mansion. God, I watched too many videos. Alright, it's not that. What was her name? It's not Nagura. Alright, I don't know where I watched it, I guess. I thought I watched her over here, but I'm not seeing her. Alright, let me try one more thing. And if I don't find it, then I don't find it. But I really want to look at that house because hers was the best spooky house I have seen. Like how scrolling back on my content, it's just me. It's all my videos. I don't sit here and watch myself. I have to, you know, skim through the videos, make sure things are working properly. Okay, no. What? This video is lost. These are the only two channels I would possibly watch it on. Because I didn't just watch her live. Otherwise, I'd be like, well, maybe it's because it's alive. But... Alright, hold on a second. I gotta drink something. Okay, I drank some tea, so hopefully that'll help. Why don't we just search for it then? Like, or search for something. So like, WoW, housing, spooky house. Well, there's definitely a lot there. They're all doing the same thing. We're all doing the same thing because there's only so much you can do, and this is the only one that gives you this kind of spooky awning. Awning! That's the freaking word I was looking for earlier. When I was calling it eaves. Goodness.
Hello, builders. And
hello. I'm going to show you guys this in a second. I'm not going to just look at it myself and then make you guys stare at my nothing screen. My messy screen. I'm so sorry. Okay, well, their spooky house did not turn out great. Their spooky house looks about like what mine house looks like right now. I don't know if this video is not done. If this is like part 1, but all it says is like my spooky house. But it looks about like mine does. Which is not inspirational. Okay, let's just go back to looking at housing DB. All right, where were we? That looks cool-ish. They just kind of stacked them all up too. Oh my goodness. I'm not trying to cough on the mic. I apologize. Is there anybody who's making these other than that first guy that isn't just stacking them, just completely stacking them and going, yep, that's good. That's the vibe we're going for. Alright, so this person put them on top of their house and then called it a day. No, I don't want the interior. I'm looking at your exterior. Yeah, and then they just hid everything with plants, which is the way to go. Alright, that's just me looking at stuff. All right, so that's not as helpful as I kind of hoped. I was hoping for more. Because we want this to look like, I don't know, we want it to look good. We want this to look good. That's really where we're going with this. I think I need to go over here more. Alright, let's go back to... Did I turn this off for you guys? No, I just left it on there for you. Let's go back to our image. You guys aren't going to be able to see it because I'm going to close that. But I can see it. So this part of it is elevated. So this is going to be like my main part of the house. And it is elevated and separated from this part. I wish I could stack it up higher because I want more of a second floor, but you can only do so much. I need more lights that will work outside. Let's do another one of these little wagons. What is this called? Sir Witch Peddler's Wagon. And we'll flip this guy around. And raise him up. And back. Now, do we merge these? No. No, we don't. See, now what that one person did is that they put this just down on the ground. And that kind of worked. Because then they didn't have to hide the thing sticking out there. But we can't do that. I mean, technically we probably could, but that's not what we're going for. No, I don't think that's working. Alright, we're going to put that on the ground for now. Just to kind of have it be out of the way. And then I think maybe I have an idea. Maybe. I need to move further back. Alright, do I have any tables where I have more than one? Like, I have a bunch. A bunch of that one, of course, that's covered. That's got, well, honestly, the red isn't that big of a deal. Alright, that is way too yellow. But that's kind of what I'm thinking, is that we build like an awning here. An actual, like, sticking out one. Forsaken long table, no, too much metal on it. This is where our desks come in handy. How big does this desk get? Not really big enough. It might do well for a smaller one, but not what we need. Okay, what about this guy? He might actually be more what we're looking for. It's also very yellow though. It just doesn't have metal on it. Oh, can it be colored? Why do I forget things can be colored? Oh my god, yes! Okay, I think we might be able to make this work. This is as big as it goes though, right? Yeah, we already put it as big as it goes. So... the idea here would be, what would the idea here be? I was thinking like creating a layer here of awning, like right here where this is sticking out. I think I still have it sticking out too far. And then like here, I should just use the coop. I should just use the coop. Why am I not doing that? Where do I have more coops? Coop. I do. I knew that because I traveled all the way to Borealis, to that area above Borealis, to go buy more coops. I didn't buy very many though. It looks like I only bought 3. I have 4, but the first one I got from something. Certainly didn't get it from going there and buying it from the guy. Probably some achievement or something. We push those together. And then we have our little awning thing going on here. And then what if we did like beams? That's what these are called. I was like, well, they're not called pillars? No, they're beams. I hit every button but the one I needed. I can't see the degrees on that. 270, right? To be standing straight up. I believe it's 270. Not 271. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Do we know what's going on here? Not really. All right. That doesn't look amazing, but I mean, it's a possibility. It's possibly something we can work with, right? I think. Just checking my YouTube chat, making sure I don't have a bunch of people in my chat like, hey. I don't. Okay, so we would need like, how many of these? Probably 1, 2, 3. So we would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll just size them all up. And rotate them all around to 270. Can I type? You can't, can you? Because I feel like that would be easier if I could just type right here. What is my rotate right? Period. Alright. You can't get it to with the keys either. Honestly, the oh god, really? Now I'm twisting it the wrong. What is happening? Why is this not? Why am I ruining this? Now it's at an angle and it won't, like the angle's not changing. Okay, I think that's back up right. Oh my goodness. And 90. Okay. All of our pillars are max sized 90-degree angles. We can stick these ones together. Look at that, freaking seamless. I'm gonna have to redo all of this when this becomes a medium house. But I'll probably want to because I'll probably have a lot more decor unlocked at that point. And midnight will probably be out at that. No, midnight will definitely be out at that point. I'm not getting this house up to what, level 8 I think it is before you get medium houses. I'm not getting that up before midnight comes out. There's no way. At this rate, I may not even get my horde house up to 8 before midnight comes out. So it won't. I'll probably want to redo it at that point, and I'll probably be bored of it. I don't know if I'll change my whole theme or just redo it a lot better than it's going to be done this time. This time, you know, I would love for it to be very cool, but I just don't know if we're going to get there. Right now, I don't feel like it's looking like it. How did I do that one so seamless and this one not? Oh well, I'll worry about it when I get down there. I'll clean that up at that point. And don't worry about how dumb this all looks right now. The idea is that we will fix the dumb. We're making the main structure right now. You get back over there. Alright, and then this guy goes over here, over there. Actually, I'm going to move him back now. Alright, we'll perfect that one when we get down there too. Alright, so we've got these pillars that are doing something for this awning thing. I would love for this to be a balcony. But I think the bottom of the coops is just going to be too big to make that look like a balcony. Excuse me. Why is this happening to me? Alright, so what if we did smaller pillars? We did this higher. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm trying, hold on. You gotta love the tail end of sickness, which thank goodness we're at the tail end. Like we do seem to be at the end. Finally, because this cold kicked my butt. But, gotta love that part where you just got, like, lingering shit going on. Alright, so we pull that up, then why is it not opening my menu? Enable clipping. Oh, it's because I minimized it, and that's why. I was very confused, obviously. And we could do like a little... round edge. And... a couple platforms. Like there. What is this one? We'll go 150. And 150. And 150. This isn't something I've seen the others do. Is make a little balcony for themselves. Not like I haven't seen anybody do it, but I haven't seen anybody do it on their spooky build. Now, to be fair, I don't know how much a balcony kind of fits the spooky vibe, but we're experimenting and trying to be at least a little bit original while doing an idea that's not really that original. I want one, I think I want 180. I think that does not go. Ooh, we almost fell off. I think that doesn't go out quite far enough. That or... this goes out too far. Also, we can hide some of the wagon stuff into the balcony, which you're not really going to see from the ground. Alright, let's get rid of our dude here. You know what I'm realizing? I only have 200 points to work with, and I'm already at 119. I'm not going to finish this off at the rate I'm going. Right, can we color the trellis? We can color the trellis. Do we want that, or do we want like a dirty white? Ooh, I said that. I said that weird. I didn't mean it to be like naughty. That wasn't what I was going for. Right, do we want it to look like that? I mean, that kind of gives like gargoyle vibes. We could put the wyvern roost up here and he'll look like a little gargoyle. I don't know if I have the wyvern roost actually, come to think of it. I wish that you could just copy, like you could stamp whatever you had just done. So if you got something perfect, you stamp it, you get another carbon copy. Oh, well that's going to be a problem with me having done this round. Darn, I liked the round idea, but it's going to be real hard to put a fence there. And I want the fence. Alright. Maybe we don't make it round. In fairness, round makes things look softer. And we're not really going for soft for this house. Do we do a sharp angle? Or should I just do a square? Should probably just do a square. I was trying to be cool. I don't know. I mean, I guess I could still... No, I'm just going to do a square. What size did I use? The small ones? I think I used the small ones. Trying to save some of my existing space that I have. We're at 120. We've barely done anything. This is just the bare bone structure. We haven't even like really gotten into things. We haven't gotten into any of the like lighting or that is angled off, but I mean obviously I mean it should be 180, but 180 is also angled off. Look, that's like way angled off. Something's weird. I still think it's like a degree off. Oh my god. Did we lose it? Look how far it went. Look how far it went. Give me the orange one. Come back. All right. I don't even know if I need those beams on the bottom. You think I do? The structure could be counterbalanced. I don't know. We're gonna need 4. And then how many blacks? Okay, I have more dark iron, so I'll just do dark iron. At least this one like saves. Your colors save. Your pieces won't, but with the changes you make to the pieces, the last remembered piece does, I guess, technically save. But I really want a stamp, so I don't have to sit here and do this shit every single time. If I run out of space before I make this look cool, I'm gonna be so bummed. Especially like as we're kind of starting to get somewhere. I mean, it doesn't entirely look like it, but there's a vision coming together, right? You can tell there is a vision there. Whether or not it's being executed well is another story, but it's more cohesive than it was a half hour ago. I want this to be like good enough that I want to submit it on IMDb. I want to submit it on IMDb. On HousingDB. Why won't you guys take my housing build on your movie site? I recorded it. It's a film. It counts. One more. One more this way. Nice, we somehow screwed up an angle. And I don't know which one of these dudes is gonna fix it. Nope, not that. Not that. Not that either. There we go. Do you guys see how the degrees aren't like properly changing? Like, now that's at 0? I don't think so. Alright, I think that's lined up. Nope. Please go the right direction. Literally go the right direction. Did I color that one wrong? That one looks like I colored it with obsidian. No, dark iron, dark iron. Alright. It's just optical illusion. And one here. And one there. color them. And let's see if we can rotate these two without serious issues. 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Like it's 98 degrees, girl. Oh, and heat it up. If you don't know what that is referencing, good for you. I mean, I loved them. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with knowing what that is. Basically, I'm saying you must be like under 40. I don't know the younger cutoff for 98 degrees. Probably about 40. That is how old I am, by the way. Hence me not knowing the younger cutoff. Maybe like 35. There were probably some people younger than me. But I did think they were cool. Alright, I'm not going to worry about closing those off right now. Especially because I don't even know if I'm going to keep this. Like, keep these coops. I don't think I'm going to. Well, but if I don't keep the coops, what else am I going to use? Because I was going to put windows in case you're like, well, what are you going to, like, just leave those coops up there? I was going to put windows right here. But that kind of doesn't really work over a balcony. And I think I like the balcony more than I like the coops. And I like this. Alright, let's look at this. See if there's something we can do with it. Spin him 100 degrees, I guess. Doesn't seem like that should be right, but that is what looks right. Honestly, I mean, other than the wheels sticking out and stuff, you know, but ignoring the wheels sticking out, that's not the worst. We need to do something, obviously, with this whole middle space. And I'm not sure what. The wheels will just cover up with the other trellis window thing. What is that? No. What is this one called? Yeah, elven wood trellis. But two of those bad boys right there. And they're upstairs, so I probably don't need to cover them with mirrors. As long as I can... as long as I can something. Oh, as long as I can like light them up from behind, because it looks nice and dark back there. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of looking cool, right? Like, again, we have a vision that's kind of coming together. I'm not sure about these poles, these beams. I'm not loving how they're looking. We might do something else with them. Like maybe angle them in a little triangle or something. And then like have them brace the balcony as opposed to hold the balcony up. Alright, what size do these need to be to kind of match the downstairs and hide the wheels? Alright, what if we move this forward again? We wouldn't need to hide it that much. Just enough so that this can also hide it. And then this one. Line that up. Make this guy bigger. What did I do the other one? 120? Oh, there needs to be a door, huh? Yeah, a door has to fit in there somewhere. I think 120 is too big. Alright, 105. And then we would move our balcony out more, or actually, I mean, it kind of looks alright. Do we have doors? How weird would this door look? It doesn't exactly look like a door leading onto a balcony, does that? That looks like a door leading into a dungeon. Gate. I don't know how my chalices. I was hoping for... I was hoping for something else. Maybe this will look different enough if I color it. It really doesn't look different enough. I mean, I can always use something else other than the trellises, actually, for the fence. bit of a pain in the ass that I just put all those on there, but probably better than, because this does, I mean, it kind of looks like a door. Storm Steel's too late. Alright, we'll do Island Birch. Alright, let's remove the oh no! I removed the platform, which is so much more annoying to replace. Whatever. One thing I don't like about this is that, I mean, it's a public, this is all in public, so I can't, you know, work on this, leave, and have nobody see the absolute mess that I'm making of my house. I can't do that. Which is a shame. Alright, this needs to be brought down. Yeah, but if I bring it down, then you can see that these are too far out. Maybe we can hide the wheels with ivy. You can hide a lot of things with plants. In real life and in games. Just life hack. Alright, let's see what we can hide with plants. Alright, I kind of want to go over there. There we go. Maybe make it easier to position this. Well, it doesn't quite work to have it. Maybe we just move the door. So if we have that right there, we can't really have the ivy covering the door, can we? Or do we just like make it clear that nobody's using that door and nobody's used it in a long time? No, I think we... Maybe it's just one window. Well, no, because I need that all the way over there. Yeah, I need this to cover the little boob nodule that's sticking out there. Rotate this. So it's growing like crazy against the windows, but not necessarily on the door. The ivy, I mean. Then I can move that over. Why is the door... Why are the windows black but the door is white? You can't just ask people why they're black. As somebody who got asked a lot why I was black. A lot growing up. Because I am biracial and my mom and my dad who raised me are both white. So I got asked a whole lot why I was black. I relate to that line. You can't just ask people why they're black. But you can. I am living proof. Lots and lots of people ask me. Alright, can we raise these up and cover that with... Cover the fact that we're doing that with more ivy? I feel like this is farther forward than the other one is, but maybe it's not. Maybe this is at a slight angle, actually. I think that was the case. There we go. That's why that was not working. Alright. Let's see about moving our orb up here. I don't know if I want it in these windows. I don't think I do. I think I'm going to use my anima little coffer things, but... It is pretty neat, though. Not gonna lie. It is kind of cool. Would be cooler if I had a middle platform here that I hadn't accidentally deleted. Ugh. Did I make them all? I made them 150. I guess that wasn't that hard. For some reason I thought it was going to be way more of a pain in the ass. Okay. And I don't have more of those, and I have to go farm lumber if I want to make more of those. Let's see the difference between having like 2 of these in the window and having 1 of those. Whoops. That was not what I wanted to move. But these are tiny. These are going to be such pain in the asses to try to move behind this. Bent their enema bottle. They need to be very carefully placed so that they can be seen without clipping through the front. And then the other one, enema bottle. No, that I want that like right next to the other one. Maybe I should have them up. Okay, what does that look like? I think the anima bottles look more like something spooky's going on. I think that they cost like about the same amount of resources though. And I would need 2 for every window, so. But the aesthetic is what matters, right? That's what we're here for. Also, by putting these lights here, it draws your eye to them and away from all of the mess that is everything else that's right there. Alright, mirror. Let's do the razor wind standing mirror. And actually snapped right into where exactly I wanted it to go. Thank you for that. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna work though. Maybe I can move the trellis out a little bit. Move the mirror down a little bit. Honestly, it looks more like a window, but I think it's not the right mirror for this job. I think this is the right mirror for this job. Sadly, that one did not snap into place. Pull that back, put it down. Made it too big, for sure. You can't see it hanging out the back. Of course not. I mean, to get it to fill up that entire space, I would need to make it really big. And that does not look good. That just presents more problems. we're gonna retreat into the background without losing the actual mirror effect that far. Alright, I'm leaving it for now. Can I move these forward just a little without that looking stupid? Right, I'm going to need to move both of these forward. And move that forward. I can't see where the other one is. Alright, still forward a little bit. Alright. It does look a little dumb on the sides here, but... Whoops, I fell. Hey, I could just make myself... some stairs. I don't think I can jump these stairs, can I? I guess I can. Alright. Oh my gosh, I took my stairs away. I mean, it looks like something. What kind of fence would they have up here? Probably a Gilnean fence. Oh, what is that one? Elwyn fence? Where'd I get that from? Because that actually looks fine there. Okay, let's look at this without the mess of my UI. I mean, again, a vision is being created. It's certainly not there. But something is happening. And you can tell something is happening. These pillars are way too big. Alright, I think I'm about done. So I'm gonna make these smaller. And I'm gonna lower this. I'm not paying any attention to how much I'm doing. But yeah, that's way too high. My balcony should be here. And then my windows are actually fine. And then I can lower the door to here. I can delete my mirror back there. But that looks better than the door being the same height as the windows. You can still tell the windows stick out quite a bit. Yeah, so do these platforms. Damn. I moved them forward because you could tell how far they were out from the windows, but I don't know. I think maybe more plant magic. I think more plant magic has to happen because these just can't be out that far. Don't fight me. Just go. How close can I go before you notice the... Oh my goodness. Why is... I'm literally like 90 degrees to it. Why does it not want to... I mean, the windows probably should be behind the ivy, not... Alright, let me get back up there. Alright, more plants. More plants time. No one's gonna have any clue that's what I was doing here. Definitely not. I'm not gonna look up there and be like, man, that is a lot of plants around those windows. Not at all. I need to rotate this like a wonky direction. Yeah, like that. No. Nope. More like, yeah, there we go. Okay. Now let's try and move this back in. Okay, that looks a little better, honestly. Did I need this one? I don't think I need two right here. Yeah, I can get away with, I think, just 3. This one just needs to be moved a bit. Like that. And then if I can just move this out a little scooch. If we move it out a scooch, we have to move out the ivy a scooch. Because it has to look like it is on top, not coming through it. And then we move our little animal bottles. Maybe I can just put... Alright, I was gonna say maybe I can just put it like in front of this and you won't be able to... And you'll be so distracted by the animal bottle you won't notice the little wheel hub. But that was not how that worked. Very sad. Very sad indeed. Now, I don't know how long it's going to be before I feel like working on this again, because I kind of am pushing myself past where I'm finding this fun. And typically what happens when I do that is that I then don't want to go back to work on the thing. If I don't stop while I'm wanting more, I won't come back to it for a while. I just have too many things that I can be doing. And so I'm like, well, last time I overdid it. So I just won't go back to it. Alright, so the wheels are there. But they're kind of hidden. And then we'll scale this fence up a little. And we'll have to get more of the Owen Forest fence, and we'll put that there. And we have ourselves a little balcony. A little spooky balcony. So again, quite messy. But, you know, something's happening. I'm gonna clean up my front yard as much as I can. And yeah, let's turn off our UI again. Yeah, something's happening. God knows what. But you could tell I'm doing something. So I guess that's good. I mean, it's kind of. It's starting to come together. I have a lot of criticisms, but I do like my fence out front. I like that a lot. All right. Yeah, that's gonna be it for now. So if you are watching this, awesome. I almost guarantee that you're not. I mean, if you heard that, then you are. And please leave a comment if you got this far and you heard me say that you're not actually watching this, and be like, oh, you're a liar and an asshole. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I don't know when I'll do my next housing one. I might do my other house instead of coming back to this one next. We'll see. Actually, I'm just gonna remove these pillars. Well, no, actually, let's try the thing I was thinking of. Let's try that real quick. I was thinking of going like this, and then going like this, and then going like this, and making them like that instead. That way our balcony still has some structural integrity, but we don't have these kind of ugly beams just all on the ground. Instead we have them in the air. Actually, I don't mind that as much. I don't mind how this looks. See, that actually looks pretty good, I think. And I can just pretend like 2 is enough. And What size did I make this? 120. 120. And angle that. Like that. Stick it up in there. Let's just do this one real quick. There we go. There we go. Well, I was like, I'm gonna be done now, but the ground is gonna bug me. What ground cover do I want? What looks right here? Yeah, that looks fine. How did that one get up in the air? There. You could tell spooky things are happening inside the house. Even though the house looks really weird and dumb. But that's alright. I think I am actually done for the moment now. As WIP as this is. And I'll try not to think too much about the fact that anybody who's flying back here will be like, man, you got a cart just floating in the air there. Don't look at my cart. Yeah. All right. I am actually done now. Oh, those fences are up. Okay. Nope. We're leaving them for right now. I don't know when I'll do another one of these. Maybe I'll just come back with a video that's like, hey, look, here's my house that's done now. Or maybe I will never show anybody the house because it won't look the way I want it to look and I will be sad. Who knows?